Hi, and welcome to Saturday Night Convos, where we will be discussing trending topics, the latest things going on in the world, and whatever might be happening in our own lives. Nothing is off the table here. So pull up a chair, grab a drink, and join us for a Saturday night conversation. Hi, welcome to the Saturday Night Convos. Thanks for joining us for another Saturday night conversation. I'm Reagan.
And I'm Ashley.
There we go. And I'm not really sure what we're going to talk about tonight. But first, we're going to introduce ourselves because we are rookies. And we forgot to do that last week, Ashley. I mean, yeah. Okay. So, you are Ashley. All right. So, tell the listening audience a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Okay. So again, my name is Ashley. I am I am a practicing, not at the moment because of COVID, social worker, and I'm getting my graduate degree in a couple of weeks, which is exciting. I'm a mom, and that's about it. I grew up in the agricultural industry in dairy. I grew up on a dairy farm, so my background's pretty unique, and but I'm pretty passionate about housing and social issues. So that's who I am.
Wow.
And I love traveling. So yeah, that is me.
Nice. Now, I've always. We're just going to expand on this for a minute because I can't believe I've never asked you this question, and I've always wondered. Okay, first of all, how did you get into social work? Like, why social work?
That's a really good question. So I was never really pushed into farming. Like that never, right? It was never really like.
Yeah. Well, you became a vegetarian, so.
Yes, I'm also a vegetarian, which is something else that comes from my background. But I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I knew I just wanted to go to university, and I was like, what should I do? My mom actually told me, well, why don't you apply for social work? Because I enjoyed volunteering. I enjoyed actually, even in my teens, working with homeless populations. So I applied in university. I kind of went back and forth on if I wanted to do it in my first 2 years, but then I went through with it, and I'm 5 years in, and I'm still enjoying it.
Good.
And yeah, so that is me. A little bit about yourself, Reagan.
No, hold on. I have one more question because I've always wondered this too. Why? So social work is a vast umbrella.
It's a very vast
things. So how did working with the homeless population? How did you get into that?
Okay, so I did my practicum because the program I went through, we did a 750-hour practicum that we had to do. So I was based out of an agency that had other agencies that worked out of it. And I saw this one agency that worked with a lot of housing and basic needs. I didn't work with them, but I just kind of got to know their approach to housing and basic needs, and they actually work in one of the small towns that's very close to where I grew up. And I just kind of went, wow, I really admire how they approach it and just how they approach people. And I was like, I really want to work there when I'm done school. And it just so happened that my best friend was doing her internship there, and she ended up working there like right out of school. And then I took a different path, and I was pregnant when I finished school, and I took a year off to have my son and took a maternity leave. And when my son was 13 months, I ended up being able to get an interview, and I went right into housing.
Nice.
So I think things just lined up, and it
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
I don't know, it was just something that just caught my eye and
Yeah. Just pulled you.
just pulled me, and it's just
Yeah.
kept on pulling me.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
a
nice.
little bit about yourself there.
Okay, well, let's just first comment. So Ashley and I are cousins.
Yes,
We
are.
are 6 months apart. We grew up together, basically. I mean, right?
We used to pretend we were twins.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
A long time ago.
A long time ago. When you came down to the big city and I went out to the sticks to see the cows.
Yeah.
Pretty much every summer through our
Yeah,
youth.
pretty much every summer.
Yeah. So a little bit about me. I don't know. My name's Reagan. I don't know. So I went to university for childhood and social institutions with the plan of being a school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Life got off track a bit.
As it
And
does.
As it does. And that changed my life in a lot of ways, and I have a very different outlook on life now, and I'm just kind of trying to find my way, you know. I'm going back to school. I got registered this week, and I am, yes, I know, I'm so excited. I'm taking some courses, upgrading some stuff to apply to a Master's of Audiology program and teaching program. I have a dog. Her name is Athena. She's big and black. And it's really about it. Yeah.
And you're living in the here and now.
I'm living in the here and now. You can't live any other way, right? All right. Well, so those were introductions in case you were wondering.
Who these people are who are listening, you're listening to.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So what do we want to talk about tonight, Ash?
How was your week? I haven't talked to you, so how was your week?
Oh, my week. Oh goodness. Okay. Well, you know what? This has probably been the most I feel like it's been so jam-packed this week.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first busy week of COVID, I feel like I've experienced. And which is funny because COVID has been here for 138 days, but whatever.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
When you put a number like that on it, it's like, holy.
I saw that number today. I was like, gosh. Oh my goodness. Yes. So what did I do this week? So I attended a conference, a virtual conference actually.
Okay.
So last year I found this foundation. It's called AAMDS. So actually it's AAMDS Foundation. So basically it's aplastic anemia and MDS. So okay. Long story short, people of the internet, I had aplastic anemia when I was 21. Aplastic anemia is a bone marrow failure disorder. It's not, some people characterize it as like a autoimmune disorder. It's actually a bone marrow failure disorder because the bone marrow fails to produce any blood cells. And it is an incredibly rare disease. So I've been good for 5 years. I'm only now starting to reckon with what I lived through, if that makes sense.
I think it does.
Because it's such a rare disease, right? So in the moment, it's one thing to live it, it's another thing to be aware of it and learn about it. Mm-hmm. So I discovered this foundation a year ago, and slowly I've started Googling more about what I had. Mm-hmm. And learning about it. But I attended this conference, and I purely attended this conference. I signed up for it because Connie Britton from Nashville was speaking at it, and so was Robin Roberts.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So that's purely why I signed up for this conference. Yeah. I really didn't have I I wasn't going to attend any of the sessions.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up attending a session on the history of aplastic anemia and the treatment for it. I learned so much.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I learned it's such a rare disease that 2 in every million people in the Western world have it.
You are 2 in every million people.
I know.
Right
so I thought about it though. And
mm-hmm.
if you take the population of Toronto, which is over 3 million people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe closer to 4 now, but let's say
so 6 to 8 people have it.
Exactly. That's how rare a disease it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so I learned about that. I learned about the history of the treatments and whatnot. But I also found this Facebook group. It's called, I don't even know what it's called. It's a support group for people who have had or are currently having this disease, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I don't know, all week I've seen stuff posted on Facebook. I'm like, this is a community of people that have walked through the same thing that I've walked through.
Mm-hmm.
And just that realization that you're not alone, right? Because sometimes, even now, my thinking, we were talking last week about going back into society after lockdown, right? And
mm-hmm.
how much our thinking has changed.
Yeah.
That has been my reality for 5 or 6 years now. And I still feel odd because of that.
Yeah.
People will look at me if I pull out my hand sanitizer or wipe down my keyboard at work or right? People just look at me what are you doing? And to know that there's other people that kind of, get it.
Yeah.
Right? That's help. That's really helpful, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've just felt myself a lot more comfortable this week.
That's awesome.
Just thinking about and reckoning with it all.
Mm-hmm.
And because so long you tried
you just feel alone for so long. And
well, not only that, I've tried to ignore it.
Yeah.
Right? I've tried to live life. I can't ignore a part of me.
Yeah.
Right? Because the longer I ignore it, the more control it has over me.
Exactly.
So yeah, so I've been reckoning with that this week.
That is big.
That is big. That is big, yes. We went to the beach yesterday, and that was a hoot and a half. We went to the dog beach. My sister has for those listening, she has a 1-year-old golden lab mix that's not really all lab. Maisie is an assortment. She's very unique, very energetic, but we took her to the beach yesterday. The 3 of us went. It was very entertaining. We went on a hike after, and my dad kept complaining because we were lost and going the wrong direction on the path. I got hit by a tree. Well, I walked into a tree, I guess.
Oh, okay.
But I have a really nice scar on my arm now.
Oh.
Yeah. And Dawn was just shaking her head at both of us, being like, you crazy people.
Can't take you people anywhere.
But you know what? The pinery was beautiful. Oh my goodness. It's so pretty there. I haven't been there forever. It's so pretty.
I haven't been there since I camped there, and that was a
while ago.
Probably 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That was so pretty. Yeah. So did that, and I don't know what else. Oh, I got registered in school. I called and I banged the door down and somebody finally answered. So there we go.
You did it.
I did it.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's exciting though.
Yeah. A lot of exciting stuff happening right now. So life is good. Life is good. How's your week?
I braved the mall for the first time.
Oh, good job.
With my sister. Yeah, that was
nice.
Exciting. We did a patio for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Which was good.
Did it turn out well?
You know what? It did. We did good. Applebee's in Windsor, and the food was good.
Oh, you mean like a patio at a restaurant?
Yes.
I thought you made a patio.
No.
Okay.
We did a patio.
Okay, you did a patio. Okay, you went to a patio.
Yeah, we went to a patio.
Okay.
What else did we do? Lots of swimming and outdoor stuff.
Yeah.
My backyard is now officially done. For those of
Nice.
you listening, my partner and I have completely redone our backyard. We laid sod this week. I did not lay it because apparently tossing the sod at somebody is not how they want it delivered to them. And I was like, I don't want to be covered in the dirt. So, however, our backyard is now finished. Which is really exciting.
Very nice.
So yes. Other than that, it's just I feel like it's been busier. Like I feel like it was nice to get out.
Yeah.
And
good.
Yeah.
Good. Very good.
Nice. I went to Point Pelee a couple times.
Oh yeah.
Lots of biking.
Nice. Have you gone to Point Pelee Island yet? Or is the ferry not working?
I think it's still going a couple days a week.
Still going?
I haven't. But
yeah.
I talked with my girlfriends about going over there biking. So don't know if we'll do that, but
yeah. Nice.
So yeah.
Okay. So topics of the week. So I got thinking about, what do you call your town? Stars Hollow?
I feel like it's like Stars Hollow.
Okay. So I got thinking about the Stars Hollow of Southwestern Ontario. And we talked last week about how they have this Facebook page.
Yes.
Okay. So I realized we kind of have the same thing.
Oh, do you?
Yes. Okay. So actually, I've got two examples. So,
okay.
First, for everybody listening out there is this neighborhood in the city, London, because it's a big city, I'll name it, because nobody can hunt me down. Anyways, okay, so there is this part of the city, it's called Byron. It's like it's one of the ritzier areas of the city. Like if you live in Byron, it's like, oh, Byron. Oh.
Ooh, Byron.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so they have this Facebook page. And I cannot remember the name of it. But back at the beginning of COVID, people kept posting on this Facebook page. And there's this park in the city. It's called Springbank Park. And it is in Byron. However, it is a city park that everybody can go to. Anyway, so these people in Byron kept posting on this Facebook page about how there were homeless people camping in their park.
Oh my goodness.
Like these people in Byron own this park. And it was just so like, they just seemed so high on their horse. Like
that people were in their park.
In their park, yes. So that is one example of what we got going on down here. Another example, so we have this app from my neighborhood. It's called Nextdoor. So it connects like people who live in different parts of my end of the city.
Oh, okay.
So they're not all in my subdivision, they're kind of in the general vicinity. Anyways.
And what's the purpose of it?
It's to like stay connected. So it's kind of like the Byron Facebook group, except these people post pictures of pigeons and other types of birds. They look for recommendations on construction. But there is a person who posted last week. And this person just seems nosy. Like I'm nosy. I look at the windows. I know what's happening on my street, but I don't post about it on like a Facebook group or something.
Yeah.
So this person, who shall remain nameless, wrote, yesterday, police, ambulance, and fire trucks and rescue units were at a home on the north side of the Crescent. What was the problem? Like, seriously. Seriously. So somebody replied and said, from what I could tell, it was a 911 call. I didn't watch what was going on beyond that to respect the privacy of the people in that house. So good on that person.
I also didn't put it on the app.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh my goodness. Yeah. So, I mean, we're not like small town, but we still got the same feel as Star
Oh,
yeah.
Feel you. Some of the stuff that,
yeah,
like, yeah. So I had this situation that happened to me on Thursday. So I have gone to the same place to get my gas for probably 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I go and I have my nephew and my son in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not wearing anything scandalous at all. At all. I just want to set that precedent. So I drive up and an older gentleman, owner of the establishment, comes out and comes up. His shirt is open because it is hot. And I understand that. I'm not saying anything. And he says to me, "Why are you wearing a shirt?" And I'm like, okay. Okay. I pay.
Yeah.
He pumps my gas. He then brings out 2 chocolate bars and says, ready for it, "I'll give you chocolate if you take your shirt off."
What?
I am not kidding.
Are you? Whoa.
I was like, how do I respond to this? So, internet people, how would you have responded? I did not say anything. I am not a confrontational person. So, if you had responded differently, let us know.
Oh my goodness.
I know. I was like dumbfounded. Like, honestly, like, did that just happen?
Oh my goodness.
Apparently, it did.
And how old is this guy?
Like 70s.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
I know. So that was my experience.
Oh, I would have told him where to stuff those chocolate bars.
I was more of like shock.
Yeah.
This is a man that I've had ongoing conversations with. And then I'm like, did that just happen?
Oh my goodness.
And then like looking back at my child, did that just happen? So let us know. Do you have awkward stories? Believe us, we probably have them too.
Oh my god. All right. Well, that beats my story at the beach.
And like, I was like, oh my god, you'll never guess what just happened to me. And so like, I told my partner and he's like, well, did you get chocolate? And I was like, no, that's not your response.
Yeah.
Your response is, are you okay?
Oh my goodness.
So yes, internet people, please let us know what you think. Obviously, sexual harassment is not okay.
Not at all.
Making people feel uncomfortable, not okay.
No. See, I go to Costco gas, so I don't have to deal with anyone. I just put my bank card in, pump my gas, and away I go. Like, and it's even 10 cents cheaper generally. So
I have to drive 40 minutes to go to Costco gas. I would be out of gas.
Maybe you should start driving to Costco gas. Oh my goodness.
It was so awkward. I'm not going back there for a while if I go back.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't. You know where one place, okay, so speaking of avoiding places. Okay, so last year I went and got my hair cut at like the end of August.
Okay.
And the girl that cut my hair, so I went to like the same salon that I would usually go to, but it was a different girl cutting my hair.
Okay.
Because I haven't found the one yet. Anyways. So this girl, she's really, really nice girl. And we started talking and she told me about how, she was down from your neck of the woods and all of this stuff. And, she was wearing this blouse thing, right? And it kind of made her look like she had a little bump or something, right? So, towards the end, I asked, is it your first child or your second child? And she's like, I'm not pregnant. I was like, I am so sorry. Foot in mouth. I haven't been back to get my hair cut ever since because I just haven't been able to, face the possibility that I might have her again because I can't even remember her name.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No, but it's not like you're the first person to ever do that.
Oh, I know. And you know what? You're probably not the first person to be offered chocolate to take her shirt off. I mean, if he's done it, it's kind of like somebody that cheats, right? If they cheat once, they're bound to cheat again.
To me, the response shouldn't just be like, well, he's an old man. I'm like, no, that is not appropriate.
No, it's not.
Behavior.
Yeah, what? I agree. Okay, well, you like this funny story. So, like I said, we went to the beach yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up hiking. So we did a trail that was closer to the beach people in the internet. We went to the Pinery. The Pinery is a provincial park. It's near Grand Bend, Ontario. If you are in southwestern Ontario, you should go check it out.
It's beautiful.
Because it's beautiful. Yes. So we hiked this path, and my dad is not. He likes being connected to his phone and his technology. He's not very adventurous. He likes to know where he's going, how long it will take, and he wants to know where he is. And of course, with my sister and I, none of that happens, right? I mean, we're our mother's daughters. Mother's children. However the phrase goes. Anyways, so there's this path, and so we go into the forest, down the path. And it's apparent that we are directionally challenged by the fact that there are people coming towards us. And there is not enough room for, people to walk on both sides. So that was kind of the first clue that we were going the wrong way. And then we saw the arrows. And at first my dad's like, well, aren't you going to follow the arrows? So we're like, no, we're just going to keep walking. And so, of course, he's muttering on about that. And so there's this beautiful lookout point at the beach. We saw that. We went back down the stairs and back down the wrong side of the path. But instead of continuing on the marked path, we went off on a different path. So we kept walking and walking and walking. And my dad's like, I don't know where we are. Where are we? And of course, I've got my camera, so I'm just taking pictures of the trees and the bark and the ground. So keep walking and walking until we get to this fence. And of course, the fence is opened. So we walk through the fence and we go down another path. And as we're going down the path, I see the sign that says, no trespassing Pinery property. Yeah, we ended up leaving the provincial park boundary. Yeah. If we had not realized that, we would have gone all the way to the highway. And we probably would have been close to walking all the way to Grand Bend. So we figure this out. We turn around. So we start retracing our steps. And we get back to the path, but of course we continue to go the wrong way on the path. And then my dad was trying to take a picture on his cell phone, and for all those out there, my dad is 65 and not good with technology. The only reason why I'm telling you this is because he will never listen to this. Anyways. So he tries to take a picture, and you know how, like, your phone, you can, like, change, like, if you press, like, a button, you can change the colors of, like, the filter or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he did that. He didn't realize he did that, and he started freaking out. But he was, like, holding his phone and walking. And, of course, there were, like, roots, right?
Oh.
Luckily, he didn't trip. I was really afraid he would, though. But he just, yeah, he kept freaking out. So between that and me taking pictures and us really not knowing where we're going, we made it to the end, but it was a highly entertaining hike.
It sounds like it was.
It was highly entertaining. Yes. Anyway, so that was our hike. Yes.
My niece is she's 19, and she has decided to buy herself a shed, which they're converting in
a shed. A shed. She's 19 and she's buying a shed for herself. She made it a she shed.
It's literally a she shed.
Oh my goodness!
And they're converting it into like a tiny house.
Huh? Is she going to sleep in it?
Yeah, it's going to be like a tiny house for her.
Wow!
It's really cool.
Wow!
I was like, I will take a tiny house. I will live in a tiny house.
I would like a tiny house. That would be really neat.
Do you have a mere $9,000 for a tiny house?
I'm not paying $9,000 for a tiny house.
It's really cool. Like it'll look really cool. But yeah, cool. I'm like, nice. I would stop living in the tiny house once I have to leave to go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah. No, I couldn't do a tiny house, son. I need the indoor plumbing. I need the running water. Yeah, I couldn't do that.
But yeah. Other than that,
cool. Well, okay. So this week, so my family has like a really spotty history with building things. Yeah, I'm not even like my brother was like the construction guy in the family. Everybody else, no skill at all. None. Like literally, the last thing that we built together, the three of us, was a shed that wobbles if there's nothing in it. There's holes in the roof, and the door is held together by a bungee cord. Like, I'm not even kidding. Yes. That is our ability to build things. So I was really surprised this week when, you know, my sister and my dad said they were building a deck, and I went to see said deck. And, you know, I didn't fall through the deck when I stepped on it.
It looked really good on Facebook.
I mean, it's not perfect. Like, the edges aren't all straight. But considering the example that's in the backyard right now of a shed that's falling apart, I was kind of taken aback by their skill.
I just love the idea of like the bungee cord holding it together.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looked really good. Again, pictures can be deceiving.
Like, you know what? It's not bad. They did a pretty good job considering. Yeah.
Considering their ability set.
Exactly.
They did a good job.
Well, the best part is, so my sister started ripping up the boards earlier in the week. And I went over, and her neighbor was helping her. They both had crowbars, and they were taking it off. But before the neighbor came over with the crowbars, she was trying to use a hammer to, like, pry out the nails one at a time to get the boards off.
Probably took her a while.
Yes. Yes, so that just underlines the ability of construction. And
I can't say anything. I have like limited ability considering my brother works in construction.
well, I mean, at least you have a handy brother, right? I mean,
Yeah. Like there's no ability. Like, I don't claim to have ability. Like
oh my goodness.
I just don't build things.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'll help build it. And then I'll be like, here, I'll help for a little bit. And then I'll be like, does this seem like a good idea?
Where are my skills better or most suited to meet the
where
need?
are my skills most suited? Doing this or not doing this? Pretty sure it's not.
Yeah.
Because it's just not happening. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. All right. Do you have anything else you'd like to discuss before we play a game?
No, we can play a game.
Okay. So last week we did 10 questions. This week we're going to do this or that.
Okay.
Okay, so you have to say whichever one, but you also have to give a reason.
Okay.
Because there's a reason for everything. Well,
okay.
There's a reason for most things in this.
Yes, for most things.
For most things. Okay. This or that. Netflix or YouTube?
I'm going to go with Netflix.
Netflix.
Do I have to give a reason?
No, that's okay. I say YouTube.
Okay.
You know what? I pick YouTube. So I was discussing this with a friend the other night. And we basically both agreed that we like to find shows that we like already know that we enjoy watching. So if I have to go on Netflix and start a new show and waste my time with something that I don't like, I would rather go on YouTube and look up a show that I know I do like and I've seen and I can watch it again. I mean, Netflix has its place, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But
that's a good
I prefer YouTube.
That's good critique though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, call or text?
I like calling. I'm not a texter really
because
you can mean something different than how I perceive things.
Yeah.
So I will typically either like we FaceTime a lot. But other than that, I like calling people. Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoy. I will say I do like calling, but I enjoy face-to-face more. So generally, if it's a friend I haven't seen in a while, I will text them and say, "Do you want to walk?" So that we can have that face-to-face conversation.
Yeah.
Rather than through the text machine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Toast or eggs? I'm kind of half and half. I am like clockwork. Piece of toast with peanut butter and apple every morning. Like, yeah, I am. But the past 2 days I've had eggs for breakfast and they've been really yummy and I haven't been as hungry because of the protein.
Yeah, they're filling.
Oh, no. And they're so easy. They take 5 minutes.
Yeah. I'm on an egg kick and my sister also has chicken, so I get lots of eggs. So I'm like, well, I gotta eat them somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, Facebook or Instagram?
I don't have Instagram.
Ooh, so you're Facebook.
Facebook, and I do have Twitter.
Yeah.
But
okay, so Facebook or Twitter?
I actually like Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, so do I. If it was Facebook or Instagram, I take Instagram. Just because it's more people use it.
Yeah.
And I find Facebook is a place where everybody's sharing their opinion on everything. Whereas Instagram, it's like a picture with a caption. And if you don't necessarily agree with it, you can just like slide up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I find Facebook had its place back in the day, but I feel like it's kind of on its way out. It's kind of like the dinosaur of social media now. Yeah. Anyways. Okay, rap or rock?
Rock.
Rock. Okay, I say rap. I like songs with meaning, and if I have to pick rap or rock, I know there's more meaning in rap. So,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, cake or pie?
Probably pie.
Pie. Yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
I like pie too.
Mhm.
The fruit makes it feel a little bit more healthy too. Even though it's
Yeah,
not, it does.
I know. Just like there's just so many different types. Like, yeah.
What's your favorite kind of pie then?
My grandma's coconut cream is
Ooh.
probably like my all-time favorite.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like all of them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
blueberry, chocolate, like any kind of pie. I don't eat it all the time, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I had a blueberry from Parks last week.
Oh.
It was delicious.
Oh, I love part.
I was like, I don't need it. I'm not gonna have it. And I'm like, I'm just gonna have a little tiny piece.
Yep. Yep.
Just little. It was
Yeah.
delicious.
Yes. My father brings home park pies from Parks all the time. They're so good. Okay,
Yeah, it was
are you a
delicious.
high-tech girl or a low-tech girl?
I'm pretty like low tech. I just have like my phone and my computer.
Yeah.
I want to get like an iPad, but
Mm-hmm.
they are expensive.
They are. You know what? I just sold my iPad on I traded it in because I didn't use it, and it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was getting old anyways, but yeah, I would say I'm pretty I'm on my computer a lot. So I would say in general I'm high tech just because of the amount of technology I use,
Mm-hmm.
but I try to be low tech.
Mm.
Like there are days where I purposely try to not be on my computer all day.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, but anyways, with the iPad I found I could have bought another one with the trade-in, but I was like I don't need more screen time. I don't need it.
No.
Yeah. All right. Music or podcasts?
I think I have to be. It depends on my mood.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. It really just depends on my mood.
Yep. Yeah.
But I enjoy podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but sometimes I just need like some upbeat
Yep.
like pop music or like country.
Yep.
So I enjoy both.
Who is your go-to right now for
Kelly
music?
Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson, really?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. That's
Yes.
it just surprises me because she's not I remember when after she won American Idol, her music was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's I think she came out with a new album recently.
I don't
But
know. I just play her on Spotify. I don't know. That's
yeah,
just
yeah,
right now when I'm playing, but I was
yeah,
into
yeah.
like Miley Cyrus a little bit ago because I love her
Wow.
one, The Climb. Like
Oh
her The
yes.
Climb's one of my favorite
Yes.
songs.
Yes.
Um
Yeah.
but I just kind of cycle through like Demi Lovato I like,
Hmm.
but I don't know.
Nice.
It just kind of depends on my mood.
Yeah, no, I
And then
agree.
I'll be like, I really want to listen to country
Yep.
because my 4-year-old says, I don't like your music.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
So,
That's funny.
but some days I'll just be like, oh, I actually just want to listen to a podcast. And then I'll
Yeah. No,
throw one of those on.
I agree. It's totally based on mood.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally based on mood.
Yeah.
Okay. Jogging or walking?
I have asthma, so jogging is not the easiest for me. I used to run, trying to get back into it. But right now it's just walking.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to walk. I walk quite a bit. I ran a 5K about, I don't even know. I want to say 8 years ago, and then I gave up running, and I just haven't got back into it since.
That's still impressive.
Well, you know what? It's hard on the body, though, right?
Mm-hmm. It
It's
is.
hard on the body. It is. Okay, Coke or Pepsi?
Uh,
I don't like either,
if
so.
if I drink
Yeah,
Like,
if you drink pop.
it's usually Sprite or 7-Up.
Yeah. I like ginger ale.
Or ginger ale, right? Like, it's
Yeah.
usually
Yeah.
but-
You have to wonder if the darker pops have more sugar in them than the clearer pops.
I
I've
don't
always
know.
wondered that.
Something to look into.
Okay, pancakes or waffles?
Usually pancakes.
I agree. Love
Mhm.
pancakes.
Mhm.
Love pancakes.
Do you put stuff on top of your pancakes? Like, do you put
Um,
like strawberries, or like do you make them fancy?
no. If I have, I will have fruit with my pancakes,
Mm-hmm.
but have it on like the side. Honestly, I haven't made pancakes in forever.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a lot of, like, if you make like the normal pancakes, they don't have any protein in them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that gets me now is like I'm just a little bit more conscious of what I eat. But if I
Mm-hmm.
do have pancakes, I will put syrup on them. But otherwise, I'm pretty low maintenance. So there you go.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, well this is okay. So like we said at the beginning, so we'll end with this. We'll end with a couple good memories or stories, or I'm kind of curious to see what our responses are to this question. Okay, so
Okay.
like we said in the beginning, we grew up together. We went and visited each other.
A lot.
So a lot, yeah, a lot. a lot. So okay, I'll pose this question to you first. What is like your best childhood memory of like coming down to the city for like the summer, or I think you even came at like March break a few times. Like what is your best childhood memory of being in London?
So I don't have a lot of memories of my childhood, which I don't know if I've talked a lot to you about that
No.
because of like I'm not sure if it's because of my epilepsy, but
Yep.
like just some things are kind of like blacked out.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that really sticks out to me is when we went shopping for pantsuits.
Oh.
So
Yes.
we were, I want to say 9. Were we 9 or 11?
I think we were 11.
We were 11.
Yeah.
And we went shopping with our aunt and Reagan's mom for matching pink jogging suits.
Pink and brown. And they
Pink
were
and
the
brown.
ugliest things ever.
And they were on sale. And we tried them on and we like modeled them, and that is like literally one of just this memory that sticks in my head because like I was like, look at us, we look so good. I don't remember ever wearing that pantsuit.
I never wore it. I may have worn the pants around the house. I never wore it to like school or anything like that.
Because it was like velvety too, like it
It
was a velvety.
was. Yeah.
So that is probably, and like I have other, but that's the one that like sticks out to me the most.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally remember that. I wanted to get a blue jogging suit.
Remember that too.
And my mom was like, no, you're getting the pink and brown one to match Ashley.
I'm so sorry.
It was almost like the time that she took my beaded dog away from me and gave it to you because you screwed up yours. And I was 7. And I thought I did a really good job. And she's like, no.
Do you know what's funny is I think I still have that.
Do you really?
I
Oh
think I
my
do.
goodness. Oh my
I did it
goodness.
up until a few years ago anyways.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So what's a memory that sticks out to you?
Let's see. I don't know. When you came down or when I went down to your place, I have a lot of memories of cows. There were a lot of cows.
There was a lot of cows.
And they all look the same.
They do.
I think more just the memories with you that stand out are just spending that time together, right? Because I mean, both of my siblings, my sister was 16 years older than me. My brother was 13 years older than me. So I was basically like an only child, right?
Yeah.
So to be able to get to spend time with you was like, oh my goodness, I have somebody my own age that I can play with and that I can talk to. Right?
You're like, what is this?
Exactly. So yeah, it was more just about spending time with you. But I will say one of the funniest memories that I still have of going down to your neck of the woods was going to the public library with your brother. I think he was like 5. He picked out a book and we sat on the street corner, the 3 of us, and you started reading it but realized it was in French.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
Yeah. It
That's
was
so
in
funny.
French. Yes. Yes. I also remember we went kayaking at Point Pelee.
Oh, yes, I do
That
remember
was
that
fun.
too. I
We
don't
couldn't,
remember why they took us kayaking, because they were like, hey, let's get this life skill in them now.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, we couldn't navigate it very well,
No, that's what I remember.
but we did it.
But, like, how are you, I know that you've been out more and, but how are you feeling, like, almost going into August? Like, how are you feeling about, like, potentially going back to work?
Honestly, I am excited.
That's exciting.
I
That's
am
good.
so oh my goodness. I can't even being locked up for 4 months. I mean, you just realize how blessed you are,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
And how privileged you are to, be able to go to work
Yeah.
and be able to go to the store
Mm-hmm.
and do all these things that they're so easy to take for granted.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, I do have a little bit of apprehension going back into the schools, knowing that this virus spreads, right? But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, I know that I can't let my fear override the things that I do.
Yeah.
I am so excited to go back to work. I am so friggin' excited to see other people and talk to other people that aren't the people that I talk to every day. Yeah. So, and I'm excited to see. I have a very analytical mind. I like to study things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm actually kind of excited to see how, like, going back to school works in terms of like processes or processes,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, however you say it, and just like the way that people react to them. I
Yeah.
like people watching, so there's gonna be some good people watching. Just gonna say that.
It's gonna be an interesting,
It
like,
really will be.
transition for
Yeah,
everybody.
it really will be. But I think it's time. I
Uh-huh.
mean, we have. I mean, they've made masks mandatory like everywhere here in this province now, right? They, have capacity limits and they have all this stuff to kind of control the spread and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for us to get back to a semblance of normal.
Yeah.
Even if it's nerve-wracking, we just have to do it,
Yeah.
right? Because otherwise it's never going to happen.
Yeah. That's really true.
So I am excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about your little guy going back to school?
So, for all the internet peeps, my son was born with something called dextrocardia. So so his heart is actually moved over, and he has one lung that's full capacity, and the other lung, he only has one lobe. So he has to work a little bit harder when he's sick to breathe, and he was on steroids till he was around 4. Um, so I'm really there's a lot of anxiety around him going back to school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, we just just in the last couple of days, there was a case in a daycare.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if he's going back. So
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. I cannot imagine how nerve-wracking it must be for you.
I don't want to keep him out. Like,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
wants to go back, but
Yeah.
I'm like, if he gets it, he's gonna be in hospital.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I need a magic ball.
Yeah.
If anybody in the internet has a magic ball that they're willing to give me, send it my way.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
but you know what? If I'm hoping that everything's gonna work out.
Oh, it always does, even if we
Exactly.
don't know how. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. I mean.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
it's at.
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah. Well, you know what? You still have another month, right? So see where
yeah.
things are at, and hopefully things improve down there, because I know there were a lot of positive cases down your way this week.
Yes, we are the number one interaction or something
Yeah.
in Canada.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, we wanted to be number one, but I'm pretty sure it's not number one for that.
Oh my goodness. So what are you doing anything this weekend, or what? I don't. Today is Saturday. We're having our Saturday Night Convo. Okay. So what are you doing in the coming week?
I don't know. I really don't have a lot of plans right now, which is okay
Yeah.
because I'm, starting to get ready for school. I need to get my son back on some start working on school stuff again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but other than that, just
Yeah.
not too much. You?
Not a lot. Not a lot. I have to actually physically input my courses into the system. So I have to figure out what I'm taking. Not a whole lot though. I did find out, however, that on August the 3rd, General Hospital is airing new episodes on ABC at 2 p.m. for those on the internet who enjoy General Hospital like I do. I was very excited to read this week that they were filming again.
The world is just all right now.
I know.
Because General Hospital is airing new episodes.
I know. I'm so excited. And yes, I'm a nerd. I know.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh my goodness.
I remember being a teenager and I was my dad would be driving me to I don't know, get my, I think it was my G or my G1. And he's like, it's not a big deal if you miss one episode of General Hospital. It's literally nothing that much is going to change from tomorrow. Because I would get dropped off just in time from the bus to watch General Hospital.
And you're like, Dad, you just don't understand.
Don't understand. Somebody's going to get shot. Somebody's evil twin's going to come back. You don't understand.
My dad says the same thing. Every time he sees me watching it. He's like, you still are watching this? I guess, Dad. It's like, your grandmother used to watch this.
I'm just carrying on the tradition.
Exactly.
You know what's funny is you guys got me into it.
Yeah?
I didn't watch it at home. I watched it when I came to your house, and then I just kept on watching it.
Another, good childhood memory. General Hospital in London. Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
I don't know. I think it was Dawn that was watching it.
Yeah, Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I started watching it because Dawn was watching it, and she, of course, was older, so I had no control over the television. So every afternoon when I was a kid, she would watch. First, it was at 2:00. She would watch A Baby Story on TLC. I don't know if you remember that.
I do.
And then she would watch General Hospital at 3:00. Yeah. Yeah. And then I just kept on watching it. And then, when my brother was sick, every day at 3:00, we would sit together and we would watch it. Like, yeah.
And he would critique it.
Yes, he would. Yeah. Yeah. But it's just, it's, you know what? It's so funny because I don't think there's any other sort of like genre of show, because soap operas, I mean, General Hospital's been running for 55 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think Days and Y&R are pretty close in that same time frame. So there's really no other genre of show that has stretched like 5, almost 6 generations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's kind of neat when you really think about it, like how many, like how it's just been passed down through families, right?
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch it too if I can get the TV.
I think you should.
Liam will be like, "It's not your TV time."
You'd be like, yes, it is. Go take a nap.
I wish. I wish
You wish
that still happened.
Oh, goodness. Any closing thoughts? Any last words for the night?
Well, I just want to thank everybody for listening to us. This is something that we've talked about for a while, and I know we said it jokingly, but this is something that I think we're both really kind of excited about. So thank you, everybody, and I hope that you enjoy our camaraderie as much as we do, and you if you're having a tough day, that this just helps you get through it as best as you can, because I think all any of us are doing is just doing one day at a time. So
absolutely. Yep.
Thank you for joining us for another Saturday Night Convo.
Awesome. All right, thanks guys. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.